I think I'm here. It says I'm live. I hope I'm live. It says I'm live. And I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't recognize me because it's been more than a day. Bridget, my queen, how are you, sweetheart? Hi, Darlene. It worked. I'm here. Pardon me. My goodness, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's been so long. Suzanne, hi, darling. Yay. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And Denisha's here too. Hi, sweetie. I get so tickled every morning when you thank Madonna. It's so cute. And Chris, Derry Rose Elrod. You're cooking dinner, Bridget. What are you cooking? Sunita! Mwah, mwah. Hi, honey. Frenchie! Well, thank you, Suzanne. God knows I tried. So don't look too hard. It's all a facade. It may fall off at any minute. You never know. It's been a rough year. It's been cray cray. Pulled pork, mashed potatoes. I'll be right over. God, that sounds good. Lynn, hi, Lynn. Lynn Como, how are you, honey? I know it's been too long, right? Just too long. It's been almost 2 years. That's crazy. I made a mistake. I viewed my last video that I made. I know, right, Cynthia? Hi, darling. And it was right after my birthday last year. My birthday is September 22nd, so it's been almost a full year. Laura? Lala, is that you? Lala? Oh, there you are. Hi, darling. Thank you. Thank you, Denisha. Elaine. Budden. Don't subscribe to her. Aussie Sandy here. There you are. Big hugs, beautiful friend. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet. And Lord says, holy poo on toast. It's Sandy. And Sister Sandy SC's here. See, lamp, see? Boy, do I use that. It's good to see me, isn't it? Well, I don't know if you know the musical. Yeah, right. The Wizard of Oz, the one, the thing. Uh, when the witch Galinda comes out, she says, "It's good to see me, isn't it?" And Regina, hi, darling. Oh God, I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea. Hey, Susan Romanelli. Hi, honey. It's been an awful year. It's just been horrible. And so I decided that since after John first got sick last year, and I stopped doing this because we were way overloaded with stuff. And so then I stopped making my lives because I was busy and distracted and la la la. And then I didn't get back to it. And then things still kept going wrong. And so I thought, you know what? I better start doing my videos again and then it'll all slow down. And we won't get sick anymore. And there won't be any falling down and it'll be fine. Angela's heirlooms and more. Oh my goodness, I've missed you so much. I have missed you too, Angela. And Octavia's here, and the crew's here. I didn't put them all out because walking and bending over and standing and just kind of existing is um, tedious. We'll go with tedious. How's that? And oh, whimper, whine, bad Sandy. Um, so I didn't take time to get them all out and pin them all up and everything. And it's Billy, my wonderful darling Billy. Hi, honey. Thank you, sweetheart. It's about flipping time I got back, isn't it? And it's Lynette. I just read, you sent me a beautiful card when John was ill. And I just read it again this morning. Ah, and Denise says she's made 31 octopussies. I don't, I, Jojo's driving. Tell Jojo to drive safely and that I love her. Yeah, it's Pat, Sparkles Hope Chest. Hi, darling. Oh, thank you. It's really good to be back. It truly is. I almost got back last week, but the back wouldn't put up with getting any decorations. I guess you wouldn't care if the guys were out if I was here, I guess. And it's Nana Michelle. Hi, darling. You think Octavia came for nightly visits? You have 5 octopi? Olivia's crocheting them. How sweet. You tell Olivia hi for me and for Octavia. She just got back from rehab. When I was sick and John was sick, she emptied the house of booze and went back to the biker. It was a thing. Janine, hi, honey. How are things in Canada? Good to see you. Gwen Elsa, hi, darling. Joanne. Hi, honey. This is a treat. I have missed you guys. You have no idea. Oh, I always do that. I put Oscar down on the Kleenex box and I can't get to the Kleenex. Oh, Billy, that's so sweet. Have I been crocheting? Yes, as a fatter of fact, I have. I just did this yesterday. Lisa Lady Bird wanted 7-inch squares, so I threw that together. So I will mail that off to her. Hey, Angel, how are you? Yeah, right, Denisha. Yeah, it's she's a bad influence. She really is. I'm glad, Susan. Yeah, I can't remember what pattern that is, but I liked it, and it was really easy. And she described it's Alison Russell's design, and she describes it really well. You make the square with the little prongs in the middle, and then you come back and you put the shell thingy on top. Really easy. And she, like I said, she describes it really well. The only thing is, wherever she's sitting, the sunlight is coming directly in on her hands, and she's using white yarn. So I found myself trying to adjust myself to go around the sunshine. It kind of didn't work. Morgan's right here. Oh, hang on. No, I don't have any. Yep, he's right here. Hold on. I'm going to fake him out, I hope. Let's see if I can do this. Sit, stay. Morgan, come here. You want some of this? Come here. Come on. He says, that's not a cheese bottle. Come on. You want it? You want that? Come on. They want to see you. Oh, you're going to fuss if I pick you up, aren't you? I know, right? I didn't have a bottle of cheese, so he didn't come willingly. I had to scoop him up. What? Oh, no, that's not cheese over there. You can't have it. All right, there you go. There's Morgan. Susan's working on a crochet crowd baby blanket. I looked those today. I saw one in the Facebook feed. I thought, ooh, that looks easy. Angela says, while you were gone, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's tragic. You became a great grandma and found out you're going to be a grandma for the 6th time in February. Well, congratulations on that. You lost your brother and your aunt. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Did she, Angel? She says Allison Russell. I love Allison Russell. She just lost one of her sisters. God, that's so sad. Yeah, Morgan's a treat. He's my boy. When we go to bed at night, we're terrible people. We let them sleep with us. Our bed is about this tall, so they've got a ramp that goes up to it, and every night he gets on the bed when it's time to go to bed, and after everybody's settled down, he goes right there, curls up right there. Yep. What do you got on your nose bone? Well, it's definitely not cheese, that's for sure. Okay, we'll put that away. Try to do it without knocking over Oscar. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, since I was in my area of YouTube looking at old YouTube videos, trying to remember how to do this. I came across the one and only tutorial I've ever made, and it was for making the magic ring. And it's on my site. And if you put in, oops, it's there. So, oh, I know it. Wait. Don't fall down. Please don't fall down. Okay, I have it here. Hang on. There it is, left-handed, but all you have to do is, you can flip it around, doesn't matter. Left-handed double magic circle tutorial. And here is the link. Oh, where was I? Oh, I lost them. Oh, there I am. Okay, that is, let's see, double magic ring tutorial. And there it is. And I read the comments, and everybody said I described it really well. So they liked it. Who, the 24 people that commented. Sandy sleeps with you, Joanne. She has her own stairs. Yeah, see, there you go. That's how you get them up there without hurting them. And I don't care how well these guys jump. There's no way they could jump up on the bed. When I was in the hospital, after the 3rd week, they came in and wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to get in bed and get out of bed so that I could go home. Maybe that was week number 4. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I said, my bed's really tall. And they said, how tall is it? And I said, well, and I looked at the hospital bed and I pointed to it. I said, you're not going to be able to get that bed up that high. And they said, oh, yeah, that'll go really high. And I said, okay, so it's 34 inches high. And they were like, what? And so they did. They got that hospital bed up to 34 inches. And you actually, what you do is you roll into it. You don't sit down and swing your legs over it. You actually kick one leg up and lay down flat face first and then roll in. So I did it. If I hadn't done that, they weren't going to let me go home. Come in Zoom when you are done so we can yak your ear off. Okay. All right. I will. I would like. Susan, you have 2 new great grandbabies. We now have 11 greats. Oh my gosh. You have a population explosion all by yourself. That's wonderful. Most of the king size bed. Yep. Oh yeah, they get in between Mr. Wright and I, and Giles lays on. He goes back to back with Mr. Wright, and then he puts his legs straight out, like he's gonna move me and pitch me out of bed. I'm like, no, honey, if it's a fight between you and me, I'm gonna win every time. I'm bigger, much bigger. Cynthia says, my bed is very high too. I kind of lunge into it. Yeah, but your lunge is getting kind of weak, so it might be time for a new mattress. I know. That's how you get into your bed. You roll into it. Yeah. And see, like it was still a water bed. Yeah, see, that's the way this thing started, it was a water bed. Was I was back in, was it? Thank you, Joanne. It's actually a shawl. It's a shawl that, and of course I can't remember the pattern and I can't remember the yarn, but I did it. French, I used to have a bed so hot, your 5'2" boots had to use an exercise stepper to get in it. That's why I got rid of the frame, and it sits on the floor now. Well, yeah, and there's Jackson the Max. I got stuff to tell you about Jackson the Max. I do. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, darling. The one fun thing that we were able to do this year was John and I had booked a cruise for April, the end of April, first part of May. And it was to celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary. And we booked that like 5 years ago. And Billy says she rolls all over. Well, you can, except does your cat get on the bed, honey? And so, like I said, in between the major things, we had COVID 2 more times. It got crazy. Anyway, this is what Mr. Wright got me for our 25th anniversary. Isn't that gorgeous? The boy done good. He sleeps on your hip. Yep. He's not gonna let you away from him or her. I don't know if it's a her, isn't it? So anyway, we were able to go on this cruise, and the cruise ended in Seattle. And guess who lives up in that area, about an hour away from Seattle? Jax to the man. Jax drove into town, and we got to sit and visit with her and chat with her, and we had dinner and we had cocktails. And Jax says, "Neener, neener." I got to hug Sandy and John. And Fredgie's cat sleeps on her hip too. Thank you, Becky Bramlett. Yay, life is good. I love it. Well, now I've got things all over the place. Oh, no, that won't work. I'll put you there. Okay, so speaking of Jax, when she arrived, I had a little gift for her that we got in one of the foreign ports, one of the Caribbean ports. And she had a little present for me that she made. And looky there. Yeah, see, that's actually purple. It's not the dull blue. It's really, my camera's the world's worst when it comes to color. It got all excited about the turquoise. Yeah, see, it loves turquoise. Isn't that nummy? And she made that for me. Isn't that sweet? And she gifted it to me. Susan says, my Bubba, a 28-pound tabby, sleeps on husband's side of the bed. I guess I moved too much for him. Well, you're lucky. Yeah, trying to move a 28-pound cat would be arduous. Blind Stitches, Marsha, hi, honey. Long time no here. I know. Thank you so much. And there's my best friend in the whole wide world, Shelly Duda. That's my daughter-in-law best friend. She's been my best friend for 30 years, and my daughter-in-law for, is it 10 now yet, Shelly? Is it 9 or 10? Yeah, see, we introduced her to our grown son, and it was all over. And love went bam for both of them. Thank you, Linda. There's Quilty Linda. Sweet. Okay, so that is Jax to the max. I have a finished object. Well, it's finished, but it's not done. That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so it's a poncho made out of willow squares. And I love the colors. It's that puzzle yarn. I love puzzle yarn. Purple Crochet, I just read a comment from you today. Love you. Thank you for being here. Diane Apple, so glad to see you. Okay, so Jack says that's J Hook Crochet's Gondor shawl. Well, it's gorgeous. So I made this and love the yarn, love the color. I love the pattern for these are willow squares. Finally, I had a horrible time putting it together, just a terrible time. Because when you lay it out, I got the one side put together just fine. And then I tried to attach the back side. And I had squares going every which way. So I finally had Mr. Wright stand up, and I put it on him and was able to get the squares all lined up. Realized I was too short, made 2 more, put it all together, got all the ends woven in, which we just love doing. And I put it on, and it went and fell off my shoulders. So I think what I'll do is I'll just make a row of single crochet around, and then I was thinking about if I can figure out how to do this. I mean, if I can't put the squares together in the correct order, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not. But if I made some chains and kind of crisscrossed them, just 1 or 2, and that would hold it up enough so that it didn't fall off. Hey, Mama Tayway! Hi, sweetheart. Thank you. Teresa, hi, honey. God, you guys are just, oh, this is so wonderful. John went to play pool tonight, and he said, because I had told him last week, because I tried to go last week and I couldn't. I told you that. And so he says, "Are you still going to be able to do your live?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." And he said, "Do you think they'll remember you?" And I was like, "I hope so." Thank you, Teresa. Hang on. It's going for a ride. Ah. Ah. This is another Jack's gift. This one has been around a while, a long while. There's a Bad Sandy story with this. Isn't that fun? It's a wrap. Isn't that beautiful? Denise says, do half double crochet front and back about 5 rows, decreasing the inside corners. Looks like ribbing. Oh, there's a good idea. Thank you, Amy. Hi, Amy. That's a wrap. You like that, Shelly? Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Maribel! Thanks, sweetheart. All right. Well, we're going over to Shelly's house. Not this Saturday night, but a week Saturday night. We have a game that's really, really fascinating, fun to play. Tabletop game. And it's like you've got a tabletop game with a big old black tower in the center of it, and it hooks up to your computer, and the computer tells you what to do. And every once in a while, the tower will spin. The computer will make the tower. It's fun. So we're gonna take that game over to Shelly and David's house and play it. Ah, thank you, Angela. Can you make half squares for the V's, then trim and lacy stitch? I can do that too. Oh, Angela, you're so sweet. Yeah, it's been a thing. Okay, well, now that we have, oh wait, I'll show you one more finished object since, oh, I just knocked over a half-done pumpkin. And of course, it's still tied to the ball of yarn, and so is now rolled across the room. Fortunately, the dogs are sleeping, otherwise they might think it's a toy. Let's see if I can get this picked up without ruining myself. Oh, you're gonna fall over, aren't you? Ouch. Oh. Okay. I made a blanket. You know me and Afghans. I love Afghans. And this is, I had a skein of this, and a skein of this, and a skein of this, and a skein of this. And I love the stitch. The stitch is so easy, and it's so scrumptiously soft. Hey, Patty Marker, thank you. It's Tracy. Thank you. I love loopy crochet and treasures. It is. It's very comfy. And I figured, come this winter time, that there's going to be a homeless somebody or a someone that lives in a care facility that would be glad to have this. So, and they don't care if the skeins don't match. I don't think. If they do, then they don't have to take it. But I love that stitch. It's so easy. It's a 1-row repeat, and it's a television blanket. Yo, Jojo, ho, ho! She made it home. Let me do this real quick for my Jojo. Since she just walked in the front door, I don't think it's going to apply yet. But since I owe her a year's worth of this, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, and I'll spare you the rest of it. The reason I do that is because when we're on Zoom and it starts getting late, she starts getting tired. She goes into her walk-in closet, and she very artfully and cleverly changes into her pajamas. All you can see is her face and a shoulder or two. And so I always sing her the stripper song when she's changing into her pajamas. Now I have told the whole world much more than you wanted me to, or that they wanted to know. I'm not going to be able to throw that, am I? Here, I'll loft you over in this direction. Ah, good job. Okay, passion for yarn. Thank you, darling. Is that a new name? I don't know that name. Thank you, Joe. I fell in love with a stripper. Okay, so I've got, I don't even know how many. 45. Yay, me. Look at me. And 30 likes. Okay, this is, I'll try to make this short. As most of you know, Mr. Wright got very, 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 very ill last September. And he came very close to dying. And some of my Zoom ladies know this because seems like there's been a lot of that this year with a lot of the husbands. But in any event, so he still hadn't healed. His wound did not heal until December. And we had a visiting nurse coming in all the time, and no matter what they did, they couldn't get that wound to heal. So finally, got the wound. Okay, so now it's December, Christmas time, 1st of January, COVID again. So life goes on, stuff. And of course, the whole household has been disrupted because of all the medical stuff. So I told you about the cruise we went on for our 25th wedding anniversary, which we were very lucky. Everything held off. Oh, 3 weeks before our cruise, we got COVID again. And we've had our shots. And fortunately for that, because the COVID was very, very mild. It wasn't even as bad as like a bronchitis. But it was still very contagious. And if it didn't go away, we weren't going to be able to go on the cruise. So about 4 days before the cruise, I finally tested negative. And I had Mr. Wright send for all those home kits, and it was like every half hour, every 12 hours, I was taking the test to make sure that I was still fine, and we were fine. So we got to go on our cruise. We come back, and the ladies that were part of the Florida group, they saw my feet swell and lower legs swell. And then once I got home and was able to sit with my feet up constantly, then that went away. Well, it happened again on the cruise. So when I got home, I looked down at my feet and it was like, my toes, my little toe and the one next to it are purple. And the little toe's black. So I didn't think it was supposed to be that way. And then it started hurting. The bottom of my foot started hurting. So I thought, okay, I need to go. So I went and they tossed me in the hospital and operated on me the next day. The arteries from my hips down to my feet were clogged because I've lived hard these 75 years. I don't plan on dying. I plan on getting worn out. And so evidently that was part of that. So we had to go in the hospital and get all roto-rooted. Well, I had abdominal aortic something. And it's a very bad thing. And if it bursts, then you die within 2 minutes. So they said that was in there too. So they took care of that. So it was lots of big surgeries, and I was in the hospital for a long time. And Elaine gets ice cream and apple cobbler. Apple cobbler. I love apple cobbler. Well, I'm jealous. So the house did ICU for several days, and did the regular hospital for many days, and then did rehabilitation for 2 weeks, and then got to come home. And so I've been tiptoeing around the house. No, that's a lie. That's a big fat lie. I fell down hard. Been home. I have finally stopped using the walker, and about a day later, I stepped on Morgan, and it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty at all. Hang on, I show you. Oh, stop it. What are you doing, and why are you doing it that way? All right. I hear you. I know. Okay. There's my bruise. Susie, come in. Hey, Laurie. I am. I'm better now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. So, and this is C's Cottage. Hi. So anyway, that was the bruise on my back and hip. From that fall, oh, and the bruise on my hand from the same fall. So I went to the hospital and they did the x-rays and I didn't break anything, thank God. And so that took a couple of weeks to recover from, because it's 75, I'll be 76 next month. You don't bounce like you do when you're younger. There's no bouncing involved. And so I just got over that, and I wound up on the floor again. I would say that I fell, but hey, Tiger Dragon Girl, hi, darling, how are you? But my toilet seat rejected me. I didn't realize it, but the little thing on the bottom of the toilet seat was, it had cracked off. And so I sat down on the toilet, and the seat went and dumped me right on the floor. So, and that's right where the door and the door handle was. So I had a huge bruise up here. So we did it again. So that I recovered from, and I'm back. You didn't want to know all that crap, did you? Rolling around with joy. Christine is crocheting. Hi, you guys. Yeah, this is that fall down go boom stuff. Not recommended. It's not pretty. And Frenchie says we're gonna have to wrap you in cotton fluff and bubble wrap. Yep, there you go. The first time when I stepped on the dog, John was standing there and he saw it happen. And it was bad enough that I could not get off the floor. So we had to call the fire department. What are you growling? Oh, you're growling at the pumpkin. Oh, that's funny. That pumpkin I told you that just fell off the chair. He's growling at it. He thinks it's an emony. We have an emony in the house. I'll pick it up. Just give me a sec. And the one where the toilet seat threw me off, he was in the other room. So I'm trying, I am crawling out of where the toilet is into where the vanity is. I looked like it wasn't even a commando crawl, like the little toddlers do. No, I was grabbing onto the carpet and pulling myself. Well, thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. This is wonderful. Thank you, Mrs. C's Cottage. I have been to your place. And Tank, hi, darling. Everybody follows you, honey. Patsy's Crochet, yeah. Right? I know this old age stuff is. I know, right? No more falling. Hey, it's the Popeye guy. Hi, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, well, that's just sweeter than sweet. Put you in one of those blow-up human-sized hamster balls. Have you seen people play in those? But I tell you what, if I was 20 years old or younger, I'd be in one of those. That looks like so much fun. Octavia was not behaving herself. She drank every single drop of booze in the house. And of course, then she went looking in the cupboards. She dished all the dishes out of the cupboards because I wasn't here and John was working. And so when I got back from the hospital, we threw her little tentacles right into rehab. Whoops, stop it. All right, hang on. I got to pick up that pumpkin or he's just going to sit there and growl at it. I'll be right. He's running away from it. Don't go away. Stop it. I'm getting rid of the big bad pumpkin. All right. Oh, big bad pumpkin. The stem, but I haven't sewed it up yet. What do you drink? Oh, so you, and there we will have pumpkin. I didn't make any of the other Octobers since I've been crocheting, but it just seemed like this was the thing to do. Seemed like I had some orange yarn, and the first thing I thought of when I got the orange yarn is send it to Lala. And then I realized, no, Lala's got a ton of orange yarn. She doesn't need any more orange yarn. Aha, Amy's working on a pumpkin tonight. Don't fall down. Okay. Oh, Angela, you don't bounce. You never bounce. Just splat. Just, yeah, fall down, go boom. Don't fall. Bad. Is it the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown? Well, it's not the Great Pumpkin. It's kind of a medium. I made it from, oh, what's her name? It's the one with the Z-I-A in it. Z-I-A in it. Yeah, it was her pattern. And all you do is make a rectangle and sew it together and sew up one end and stuff it and then sew up the other end and make the stem, which is 8 rows of single crochet, and sew that on and you're good to go. And then you got a pumpkin. Oh, you're already getting fall up there in Alaska. Oh, no kidding. I'm sure Morgan would love to have a friend. Come here, baby. Yeah, the big bad. I made the big bad pumpkin go away. Julie Nicholson. Hi, honey. Oh, Becky. Vertigo. That's the. No, that's the wrong end. That's the. That's bad. Don't do that. Oh, you get all wobbly. No, not good. Oh, Diana, old age is for sissies. Well, I must be a big sissy. And Joe's still in the 90s. Last week it was over 100 here, 3 days in a row. It was crazy. Or as the kids say, it was cray cray. So what else am I doing? Okay, so I told you about my magic circle tutorial, which is really easy. It's really simple. And see, the thing about the double circle, it doesn't come apart. You know, I've had Afghans starting with the magic circle as I was first taught. And you put it through the washing machine and it just unraveled. This one, you actually start with a double ring and it does not come apart. Oh, we did that. We did that. We did that. Looks like I'm done. It's your turn. Nope, not quite done, but you guys go for a while. In Minnesota. Oh, Becky, I'm glad they've got pills for your vertigo. I can't. Oh, right, Mrs. C. Yeah, Ms. C. Ms. C. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. It's been a while. Bad Sandy. Bad Sandy. You got that right, Missouri, where Mother Nature spins a wheel to determine the weather. And Joe's working on her leggy spider pattern. Cool, can't wait. And Jax is sewing in ends on a new hug that is going out tomorrow. I am so excited to see her face when she gets it. I know that feeling. Oh, you're so generous. You're so sweet. God, it was fun spending the day with you. That was just brilliant. Oh, I know, Becky. I know. You got to have something to grab onto. I've got a cane. I've got several canes, but just so awkward to deal with. I know, right, Jax? It just we thought about extending the stay another night and asking you to stay there because we had it was kind of like a little mini suite. I mean, there was a living room with a couch and several chairs, and then there was a separate bedroom. But it was time to go home. We'd been gone for over 2 weeks at that point. And Lynette's working on the fourth blanket for the college girls. You're just a machine. You've been doing, Lynette, you've been doing the camper this summer? You doing that still? Boy, I've been gone for a long time. Oh, Cynthia says my cane made me fall more often. Yeah, I did use a tall walking stick, and that was good. Okay. I bet you have, Angela. She said, I've been working on baby items for the last 6 months or so. Oh, Tracy. She's making a Jacob's ladder blanket. Me too. I am too. Oh, you do the camper every weekend. That's so much fun to do. And that's hang on. Now, if you're chasing the pumpkin outside, it's not out there. Oh, timber, hello. And that's made with the Sweet Roll Vivid. That's what it is. You're right, Tank. That's Warlock. Thank you. I couldn't remember. And it's a shawl. Yep. And which one are you? You are Tetra. These things, and they are vivid. Boy, they're vivid. They are so pretty. Love them. They were sent to me by my Sandy in Canada. Oh, Jax, that'd be gorgeous. I saw Jacob's ladder something else today. What was it? It wasn't the chevron. Oh, I know. I know. That's it. Matasia. That's it. Nastasia. That's the one. That's where I got this pattern for the pumpkin. Yep, you're right. Thank you. Okay. The Jacob's ladder. She made it was about this wide. And there was 15 stitches, no, 8 stitches on each side, and then 15 single crochets in the middle. And when she got done with that, Jacob laddered. She started with a base of a hair scrunchie, a hair tie, the elastic one. And then when she got done with the crocheting, and it was about yay long, and then she Jacob laddered the single crochets in the middle, and then took that end and put it back on the hair tie, and it was a headband with Jacob's ladder on it. It was so cute. I know, right? Finding a pattern settling on a pattern is wow. It's tough. Sandrine has made me hooked on music crochet, so I'm currently learning how to crochet a blanket. So far, so good. That yarn in the black light, right? Yep. Purple mosaic. I love the looks of the mosaic blankets, but gosh, they look tough. I'm such a coward. And Joy she said she did the Jacob's Ladder chevron in a poncho a few years back. She thinks the pattern was by Marley Bird. Voiceover don't want to behave. I meant mosaic crochet. Ah, if a blind girl can do the mosaic, Sandy, you can. I don't know. I can't even anymore. I can't even walk and chew gum at the same time. Well, no, actually, I learned my lesson about chewing gum. Whenever I go anywhere, the store, the doctor's office, the dentist, whatever, I used to have a little spray mouth freshener thing, and it ran out finally. So I was in my husband's car, and I looked down, and he had a pack of Orbit gum, and it was mint flavored. So I thought, well, that's the same thing. It's mint, right? So I put the chewing gum in my mouth, got up, got out of the car, and I chewed down on the gum, and then I went, uh-oh, dentures, and they cling to gum. So now my jaw is totally not coming apart unless both of my dentures fall out of my face. So I went into the receptionist, and then I'm thinking, okay, this is going to look really stupid if I'm talking like this. Fortunately, she was on the phone, so she just indicated sign here. So I signed there, and I went over to the waiting area, and I got the biggest magazine I could find, and I opened it up, and I propped it up in front of me, and I'm trying to get the gum out from. Now it's stuck to my fingers and my teeth. Now I got a three-way going on with my gum. It was silly. Toilet paper and Branson, right, Shelley? Exactly. Shelley and I and her husband and Mr. Wright, we all went on a trip to Branson, and I had just gotten my dentures, and I didn't realize, and I wasn't used to using the adhesive or whatever. So we had dinner, and then the teeth started to loosen up. So we went to the restroom, and I'm trying to put the denture adhesive in my teeth. I've got them balanced on the back of the toilet lid. I thought no, I had put down paper first, and then it got on my hands, and so it was virtually the same thing. That's what Shelley's talking about. Adele, darling, good to see you. But wait, there's more. Mi corazón, yeah. I am an accident. Oh, I find places or they find me. I told the story. What time is it? Oh, we got lots of time. Okay, good. Told the story when I very first started doing lives. And these are all true, by the way. And these are all me. It's just me and life. We have a walk-in closet, and it had been raining, and it was raining not insignificantly. And I walked into the walk-in closet, and there's my ceiling. There's a circle about yay big around, bowed down from the ceiling. And I thought, that can't be good. Obviously, we had a leak. Well, Mr. Wright was at pool, and I didn't feel comfortable just letting it fill up more with water. But it was summer, very, very warm. We get a lot of thunderstorms during the summertime here. So in the closet, I had a little vanity table, mirror and a little stool to sit on and put your makeup on and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, well, I'll get up on the stool, and this was before I was this bad. So I need a pokey tool. poke a hole because it was the latex paint was the only thing that was keeping the water suspended. So I went in the kitchen, got a steak knife, went back, got this chair for the vanity out, and I thought, okay, that water's going to go someplace. So I grabbed the trash can. So now I get up on the stool, and I've got the knife and the trash can, and I poke a hole in the paint, and the water goes in the bucket, and I've got the knife in one hand and a paint bucket full of water in the other hand. Well, unfortunately, the summer shorts I was wearing were very, very old. And the waistband, the elastic, at that point in time decided to disassemble. So I'm standing on the stool for the vanity, which isn't very big in the first place. My pants are now down around my ankles, and I look like the Statue of Liberty holding a knife and the trash can. I can't just drop the knife because the dogs are all milling around underneath me. And I don't want to put the water down on the floor. That's why I have the trash can in the first place. So after I got done laughing at myself, I figured out a way I dropped the knife in the bucket and I got it taken care of. It's my life. It's what I do. Stop it. Don't do that. One of these days I'll have to tell you about the day I set the outhouse on fire. Hey, I know everybody's so nice to have everybody. We have 47 people here and 55 likes. I'm so pleased. Thank you so much. No, bad dog. Don't do that. Don't you put your ears back at me. Oh, I missed somebody. Oh, it's Jan, my Jan. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? I loves you more. And reader. I know I did. I had told that story once before. You need to write a book. You'll buy it. Oh, yeah, I have. It's just. It's not intentional, obviously, but there it is. Oh, and the kicker to the outhouse fire is it was at a camp out for the local volunteer firemen. I'll say, hey, it's Nisi. Hi, sweetheart. Mwah. Right, Rita? Yeah. Things it just. Kirsten, hi, sweetheart. So much to catch up on. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Please do. Nisi. I never thought about it, but that's the way it's pronounced. Yep. Hang on, I have to wet my whistle. So it's about time to figure out what I'm going to be doing next. I could still work on that. Oh, I've got another. I should finish it. That wasn't a complete sentence. I've got a Mile a Minute blanket. All the panels are done. I just have to sew it together. I got to find a better pattern to sew it together than the one I was using. The one I was using wanted me to, the strips are long and you put them together side to side. And it was having me go into every single stitch. And it was taking forever. Blanket hellos. That's very apropos. Very apropos. And this is eating dinner, so you're going to go into the bushes. Yes, John is absolutely wonderful now. Mr. Wright has totally healed up. I've totally healed up. And I'm back to torment you all. Thank you, Diane. Oh, thank you. So sweet. Hugs back. Ugh. Hugs to everybody. Can somebody tell me the story? I kind of was out of the loop. This boggy blanket thing. What is boggy? I know it's a place, but what is it? And how do we get hooked up with it? And is that an annual thing? Is it or an ongoing thing? Thank you, Kirsten. Oh, I know. Yeah, everybody was so sweet to pray for us because it was. Well, when I was in the hospital, John had brought my laptop and it was there. Of course, in ICU, I couldn't use it, but I was for the first week, I was out of it. The second week, I was out of it and ugly. Nobody wants to see that. Nancy started camp for sick kids. Oh, Nancy. Yeah, she loves to crochet too. Yeah, chronically ill children and their families. Oh, nice. Buckle Bunny. Hi, Annie. Good to be back. Yeah, this is like old times. I was just sure that during the year I was gone that YouTube would have changed how to log on, or I was going to have to do something ridiculous or stand on my head in a corner or something. But I got to log on just like I used to was, and so I was very pleased. It's for medically challenged children. Wow, and up until it started, Nancy started it, and then Billy got on board with it, and I had never heard of it. All of the doctors and nurses are specialized in the same problem the children have that way. YouTube has gone bipolar. Sounds like a lot of people I know, including me. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it doing to you, darling? Bipolar. Interesting. Yep, did I miss anybody? Rosalie's Craft. Hi. Rosalie, is that you? Statue? Just like our weather. Yeah. Nancy's mother belongs to a women's group that makes bears for the camp. How cute. And she mentioned that they needed blankets. Aha. So then someone just said this the same problem the children have that week. So they come there for a week at a time? Is it like a summer camp type thing? Or is it more like St. Luke's Children's Hospital? Okay, thank you. Like a summer camp. Okay. And then do the kids get to take the blankets home when they leave? Yeah, and mention someone that crochets that they need blankets and they get blankets. That's right. The blankets go home. Oh, that's sweet. Ah. Well, we must do this. We must do this. Spiffy Ruru, Dana, hi darling, how are you? Okay, is there an age range on the kids? I wouldn't imagine there's babies in a summer camp, but I don't. Thank you. I'm glad the other Rosalie. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. They have certain sizes they want them to be in. Oh, Granny D, my treasure, how are you, honey? Almost missed me. Yep, I've only got a few more minutes. Ah, 6 to 16. Okay, well, and I'll look up to see what the size is. I'll talk to Nancy. 6 to 16. Cool. Dana and Jack Jack. Yeah. Oh, well, this has been wonderful. It is time for me to go away, though. I can't thank you enough. There's 59 views, which is absolutely incredible. 64 likes. Oh, I'm blown away. I'll have to make sure to tell Mr. Wright that you guys remembered me. So, barring any future emergencies, don't say that. I'll be back next Thursday. See if I can get something put together by then. Thank you, Deneen. Thank you, guys. Oh, Sandy, I'm so happy to see you and you read me. And that's the way it works, isn't it? Yep. All right, my darlings, take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Cut yourself some slack. Hugs, big, warm, squishy hugs. Ah, you certainly have put a smile on my face. That's for darn sure. I'll be back as soon as I can. Bye bye. Crochet away.